Dear Mike, I have just watched your YouTube When I Should Resign. It's very interesting. To be honest, for a long time I was thinking what should I do as a business and not having any idea. Thanks, kind regards, Abdul. In the next 5 minutes, I will share with you the secret to coming up with a good business idea and introduce you to one of the most amazing books about starting your own business called The Unfair Advantage by Ash Ali and Hassan Kuba. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mike, a GP working in Manchester, UK. The amazing reality is the good business idea that you have been looking for your whole life is right in front of you, or rather inside you. So let me show you how to find it. Now first, let's decide what your unfair advantage is. As cliche as this sounds, you are unique. No one has lived the exact same life that you have, and finding your own unfair advantage requires a little bit of introspection. So let me give you a quick example. Vincent Van Gogh, the Dutch Post Impressionist painter, who famously chopped off his ear in an act of rage, his unfair advantage was that his uncle was an art dealer and got young Vincent a job at the dealership from the age of 16. This is something that very few 16-year-olds would have had the opportunity to do. So that made him unique and gave him an unfair advantage that he later used to produce beautiful works of art. Now think about yourself, think about your family, your childhood, your career path so far. Your unfair advantage can be things that you had no control over, but can also be things that you did consciously, like extra training or extra degrees. Now in my case, after med school, I did a 3-year sound engineering degree before going back into medicine. So that makes me unique too, because there are very few doctors and sound engineers out there. And if you are a doctor and sound engineer and you're listening to this, get in touch. Let's make some music together. Now, on top of that, that second degree taught me a lot about editing and post-production, which helps me now to create videos. Ash Ali and Hassan Kuba use a framework to help you with this, and they call it the Miles framework. And a word of caution here, going through this might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. M stands for money. Now, some say the easiest way to make money is to have money in the first place. So do you come from money, or are you in that fortunate position that you have a good job that allows you disposable income to invest in any kit required to start a business? Or if you don't have money, do you have skills now that someone would pay you to use? And if you think of YouTube, can you edit videos? Can you make thumbnails? Can you manage social media accounts? Now that's the M. I is intelligence and insight. And let's make something clear here as we're going through the list. These are not prerequisites, so you don't need to be super smart to start a business. Ash Ali, who's one of the founding members of Just Eat, so worth over £5 billion, openly admits to not being book smart at all. And sometimes being too clever can be a hindrance. Anyone in the medical community will be familiar with the term paralysis by analysis. Nonetheless, they feel that being smart, street smart, and or having insight is a great unfair advantage. L is location and luck. And if you are watching this video without foreign subtitles, you already have an unfair advantage, and that is English. So someone who is either a native speaker of English or knows English really well will be at a tremendous advantage when looking for a job or starting a business. Now, secondly, just being born in a wealthy country like the UK with loads of support for budding entrepreneurs is a great advantage. Finally, living in a big city with a big network of people and skills, again, I think you get the point here. The funny thing about the second bit of the L, which is luck, they define it as just being a positive person. So be friendly, be approachable, and chat with people. And you never know who you might meet and how they might help you in your career. E is education and expertise. So this is something that you can actually influence. Upskill, do an extra degree, pay for an online course, set yourself apart from others in this way. Before starting this YouTube channel, I must have spent at least 100 hours watching tutorials, reading camera reviews, video editing techniques, anything that would set me apart from the multitude of YouTubers that just talk into their phones. Not to say that is wrong and you will be less successful doing that. I just felt more comfortable doing it this way. But by and large, maybe learn all of those crazy editing skills first and then make a conscious decision to record yourself directly into your phone as an aesthetic choice. Now, last but not least is S, and S stands for status. Now, think about the people you follow on social media. It is extremely likely that you follow them because they impress you in some way. Maybe they are beautiful, maybe they are super clever, and maybe they are rich. So this is status. And although sometimes you are born with status through your family or amazing genes, this is actually something that you can acquire as well. And I'm not talking about plastic surgery here. Now, someone close to me started working as an estate agent a few years ago, and although he never never had good grades in school and wasn't exactly rich either. Even at the start of his career, he insisted on always driving an S-Class Mercedes to his viewings, even though the lease for the car was probably about 80 to 90% of his income. So sure enough, over the years, he has become the most successful agent in his firm and amassed a really good deal of wealth. And this is probably a combination of street smarts and understanding the power of portrayed status. Now, here's the key to your new business idea. Now that you have a better understanding of yourself, is there a problem in your day-to-day life that needs fixing? An itch you really want to scratch that others around you might also have? Can you now use your unfair advantage to solve that problem and help solve it for others and hopefully make money doing so? So have I helped you here? Are you inspired to start thinking about yourself in a different way now? Let me know in the comments below and feel free to email me directly. Again, thank you guys so much for sharing these videos and good luck.